twin geologists Mabusha Nyelisani and Makobo Simelane work for Anglo Americans' Kumba iron ore Kolomela mine.
We are not mirror images, but we are twins with different experiences that we are about to relate to you today. We come from a small village in Limpopo province, and we studied our geology degree at Wits University. We were doing our last semester as first year student, already talking about second year with our friends, when my sister and I discovered that our parents had been struggling to pay our fees. I remember looking at the statement, wondering, is this really happening to us? Because all this time, we thought our parents were managing to pay our fees. I remember thinking, are we even gonna go to second year? Or is this the end of our dream to become geologists? Our parents were forced to make the most difficult decision to pay our fees, a sacrifice that made both of us to work even harder to secure bursaries to complete our studies. Unfortunately, like all young South Africans, we were faced with unemployment and we had to unfortunately stay at home. I remember our graduation day. I was 9 months pregnant, embarrassed and ashamed. I remember my sister calling my mom that morning to ask if I was attending the graduation. And I went into my room and I cried. My mom came into the room to find out how I was doing. And she saw me crying and asked me what was wrong. And I told her that I was ashamed of what people will say when they see me pregnant. I remember that moment. My mom said to me, "You will never get this moment again, a moment to graduate with your peers and your sister." And she said to me, when your daughter is born and she realizes that you didn't attend the graduation because of her, how do you think will make her feel? And I remember that moment. She told me how proud she was of me, how proud that I didn't even give up while I was pregnant studying, that I carried on and finished my studies. And that moment, I realized that I was hard on myself, that I needed to change how I saw the situation. Being unemployed was very tough because every job opportunity, they were looking for someone with 1 to 3 years experience, and I didn't have that. I remember going through Facebook statuses, seeing my peers posting about being stuck in traffic, and I was stuck at home looking for the next job opportunity. It was later on that in my career, I got an opportunity to be an exploration geologist. Exciting as it was to find the next deposit for the mine and expand its resources, it came with its own challenges. For me, that meant working in the field, in the hot field, from morning until the sunset, collecting information. We were exposed to snakes, different animals in the field, potential fault fires, and most of the times we didn't even have sufficient network if anything could happen to us. I was grateful most of the time that I made it home safe. I remember my first day at an open pit mine. I was so excited. I was deep in the earth and it was so hot, 40 degrees Celsius. I've never felt that heat before. Even Limpopo wasn't that hot. I remember this is where I learned most of the things about alluvial diamonds, where I got to appreciate the complexity of mining alluvial diamonds. I remember there were days where the operation will do well and we will celebrate, but there were those hard days where I made decisions that nearly cost us our production months. And those were the times where I remember I would have had conversations with my manager and he will ask me why he shouldn't fire me. And I had to defend my job. I remember I would cry myself to sleep in those days because I was so young and I didn't understand that I wasn't supposed to take it personal. There was a day, one of the meetings where I had to open the meeting with a prayer. and I couldn't hold it. I cried so loud that everything stood still in the office. Everybody was quiet and we didn't know what to do. I walked out of that office and my female colleague followed me outside to check if I was fine. That moment, I told myself that this is the last time that I will ever allow anyone to make me cry like this. Working at Kumba Iron Ore has afforded me and my sister different leadership opportunities. For me, I was privileged to lead a few of the Greenfields projects where I was the only woman, and most of the time, I actually forgot that I was a woman working with men because they all made it easy for me to gel in with the team. Today, we are very grateful for the support that we got from our families, our friends, our colleagues, and every mentor and coach that we met along our journey. And we are delighted to work together at Kumba Iron Ore Kolomela mine. And this time, with so much experience and able to add value in different parts of the business. We were featured in Women Inside Africa and in local papers in South Africa last year. And Anglo American also chose us to represent women, international women in mining. And for that, we are grateful. We urge every woman, just like a diamond, there are certain experiences that you have to go through in order for you to shine and illuminate light into the next women. I am Mabusha Nyelisani. I am Makobo Simelane, and we are proud African women.